Hi, this is Alicia with Osa the German Shepherd, and I decided I wanted to try an experiment and add a new type of video to the channel. I love to blog, and I had blogging on my farm site. I've kind of switched that over and created a site for Osa. So I would like to start kind of doing videos that coincide with those and do some informational videos. Up to this point, I have tried to make it a faceless YouTube channel, so we're mixing it up, seeing how this goes, and I hope you guys will like it. So it'll be me and her having a sit down and doing some more of the informational type videos, and we'll see how that goes. So I figured it'd be appropriate to start off with the different types of German Shepherds that are out there. So you basically have your show line, your working line, and then kind of your pet line. In the show line, it breaks down mainly into three different groups where you have your West German show line, your European, and the American show line. West German show line is what Osa is, and that's what I looked for because they breed not just for looks, but they also breed for good temperament and good health. They generally have stricter breeding practices to ensure that their dogs have good hips, elbows, and are clear from DM, which if you don't know, DM is where shepherds can go paralyzed in their back legs. It starts and then slowly progresses, and then they are paralyzed and eventually you have to put them down. So again, that's something that they breed out and make sure that their breeding animals do not have that. European is much the same, where they again breed for good looks, health, and temperament. The American lines are the ones you got to watch out for and avoid. I'm sure there are some good ones out there, but overall, just from what I've seen and heard, American show lines, that's where you get a little bit bigger dogs, and they pretty much focus just on the looks. So you'll get the shady temperaments, and you'll end up with a lot of the hip problems and bad health. So again, that's why I went with the West German show line, is because they try to focus on all of the above. If your dog's health is important to you, then you may want to check out Gussy Gut. This is a fermented whole superfood topper to put on top of your dog's food. Whether it be kibble or raw or cooked food, it's great for your dog's gut. It's made from 19 enzymatically activated whole superfoods that have been fermented and freeze-dried. They ferment in small batches and sell it fresh. Cover any gaps in even the best of diets with their 100% fermented superfood powder. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, I will provide a link in the description below. Now with the working lines, it is broken down into, again, West German, and then you have your East German DDR working lines, and then lastly your Czech working lines. So with working lines, looks are a little bit less important, so that's where you get more of the sable coats. They're more interested in making sure the dogs are athletic. They're going to have a bit more of the straight backs versus the show lines have that slight taper and just that really fierce drive. So the working lines are going to have a lot more drive and be more amped up and ready to work. The East German DDR lines are going to be similar, just bred to have the straight backs, a little bit smaller than a show line shepherd, and are just built to be physically fit and do the job that they need to be doing. Czech lines, again, very similar to the other two. They're built to be a little bit lighter and a little bit more attractive, but they're still built to be able to do the job and do what they need to work and do well. Pretty much all other shepherds are going to kind of fall into that pet line category, where you have the white ones, blue ones, probably the ones you generally see on Craigslist and stuff, which I don't recommend. The pet line, you got to be careful. It can be a mixed bag. That's where you can run into dogs that are going to have health problems or temperament problems. So it's just where it's really important that if you are going to go that way, go on to Craigslist, you're going to want to vet them out and make sure that they have done what they need to be a good breeder, or if they're just somebody that slapped a couple dogs together to honestly make money. I've seen people that are just breeding dogs to make money, and they're not really concerned what, as a breeder, you're breeding to improve the breed, not just make money. And so that's where I get really irritated when it comes to backyard breeders, is they have no idea what they're doing. And if you want to learn more on that, I do have a post. I will do a video on it too, but I do have a post as well on what to look for in a good breeder versus a bad breeder. So Osa, I looked into what her breeder was, and she actually just recently got on a post in the top 10 German Shepherd breeders for the US. So I know she was pretty proud of that. So which is best for you? That's for you to decide. Are you active and you want to do some sporting with an active working line dog? Or do you want one that's kind of just below that and just get one of the dropout working line dogs? Do you want a show dog? Me personally, I wanted a good-looking German Shepherd that did have good health, good temperament, and I did get that with Osa. She was worth every penny. I can actually, I can mention her breeder below in the comments if you're curious. Again, I'd be really careful about going on Craigslist and just really making sure that you're not supporting somebody who's just putting out bad dogs. I'm a big believer in looking into the good breeders that are actually breeding for good health, good temperament, as well as the looks, which are a plus, to be honest. So please do your research and buy responsibly. That way we don't have dogs that are ending up in shelters because they're going to bite somebody, or have an unpredictable temperament, or are always in the vet clinic because they were poorly bred and have hip problems. So it's just all around better to just do your research in the beginning, not fall for the first fluffy face that you see, and make sure that you're going to get a quality dog that you can enjoy for the rest of its life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we will hopefully see you in the next one.